Hi, my name is Lee Culver, and we're up here in the Salt Fork State Park up in Ohio, and we're doing a little weekend expedition up here. And I have to my left wildlife artist AlexEvans, who she did a lot of our sketches for some of our tracking videos. And she's up here with us, and recently she's gotten very involved in doing sketches for eyewitnesses of Sasquatch encounters. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about how she got involved with that, and we're just going to get a little more information about what that's like. So Alexa, how long have you been an artist?
Well, Lee, I've been an artist since I can remember, since I was a young person first starting to draw, and got more serious about it when I was in my 20s, and then have been developing different forms of art ever since.
Okay. And how did you get involved with the Sasquatch sketching? How did that begin? Oh,
that's very interesting, because I started out with interest in Sasquatch myself. Never thought of it as being an art project at all, but as I got onto a couple of forums and met some people who have actually had sightings themselves, it got more intriguing to me, and of course, being an artist, I started to make my own sketches.
Well, it's definitely intriguing. We've seen some of your artwork, and you have some of your artwork on our website, and I see you've actually brought some with you here now. What if you could talk a little bit about what you've got here, and maybe describe a few things for us?
Sure. Well, one of the first sketches that I had done for somebody was a man in Washington State contacted me to do a sketch of a sighting that he had seen of a Sasquatch walking in front of his vehicle. He got a very good look at it. It turned to look directly at him, and I specialize in doing the facial features, so I was able to do this one from what he had seen. And when he wrote back, he was enthusiastic, and he said, "That's it. That's what I saw."
So basically what you're having to do is have the person contact you, give you some baseline information, and then you've got to go back and forth with them and keep changing, and and that type of thing, where you do a little bit of the artwork, you send them a picture, and they say, yeah, that's close, the nose isn't right, and over time you sort of streamline it and get the right photograph.
That's exactly the process, right.
That's pretty amazing. Do you have some other
yes, I have another drawing that I'm working on right now, as a matter of fact, for a woman in Oregon, and she saw a gray Sasquatch, and very, very detailed sighting as well. I tend to, the more detail a witness has, the better the sketch will be. And this particular sketch is one that I'm working on as a work in progress, because she's just now giving me a list of things that need to be tweaked in the picture, and then I make those changes and then send them back, and we're getting very close to having him done.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yes, and this sighting was from a woman in Oregon, and she had the sighting at night with the full moon, so she was able to see quite a bit of detail, but not the eyes. So the eyes are in shadow, but the rest of it had quite a bit of detail, and she was able to tell me, verify, and then I change things as I go, where we really refine the drawing to the point where they see it and they can tell me if I'm on the mark and what I need to change.
Now, I know you've done several eyewitness renditions now, and now that you've got several behind you, are you finding that there's certain things that seem to stick out, or certain characteristics that are common denominators in terms of commonality?
Yes, actually I have found some, which is somewhat surprising, but there does seem to be a look that I'm getting when I'm pulling all these drawings together now, side by side. You see more humanness than I would have maybe expected. But there are some variations as well, but they do tend to follow a certain line of hair type and nose shape, and the eye descriptions are very similar. Right.
I would think that with an eyewitness, the fact that you have the ability to bring out what they've experienced, what they've seen, it helps them actually put it in perspective in some way.
And that's what I've really found. That's what's astounded me about the whole process, is the the sense of coming together of what they've seen with a drawing, again, maybe even years later, but that mental image is in their mind, but now it's on paper, and it gives them a lot of relief, I guess. And it's been just wonderful working with these people.
And I would think too, it's going to help researchers out there too, in terms of I think the more sketches and drawings that people are able to present based on eyewitness testimony, that over time we're going to get more of a database of characteristics and anatomical types and this sort of thing, morphology, that's going to help us down the road as well.
And that's one of my hopes too, is not only does it help an individual, but that it can add to that database of information, and people can even, I've had people see some of the other drawings and say, that looks like the one that I saw, and it wasn't their sketch, but we're getting some commonality.
There's enough commonality there, right. Now I know when you're speaking with eyewitnesses, all the contact and information and is confidential with these people.
Definitely.
So they can contact you freely. Now, how will witnesses go about being able to contact you if they want to get a hold of you?
They can contact me through my website at AlexEvans.com.
And also you can contact her through enigmaresearchgroup.com, and any private information, etc. You know, it'll be kept confidential.